2020 will forever be remembered around the world as a unique, challenging, and life-altering time. And in the world of conservation, it was no different. Conservation is about doing and connecting. Monroe County Soil and Water Conservation District protects and conserves nature by doing conservation in action, or boots-on-the-ground types of activities and projects. We learn and connect with people, spreading the conservation message through face-to-face, hands-on projects and programs. Face-to-face and hands-on, doing and connecting came to a screeching halt in March of 2020. However, in true SWCD fashion, we quickly began to adapt to this new and ever-changing world. The doing and connecting might have looked different, but conservation of our natural resources and the conservation message had to march forward. Of that, we were sure. So exactly how did we do that here in Monroe County? Let me share some highlights of our 2020 accomplishments. Through the unique and extremely important partnership with the Monroe County Stormwater Board, Monroe County SWCD was able to once again offer small grant opportunities to landowners in Monroe County that address stormwater resource concerns. The SWCD Board approved 17 applications in 2020 for various projects, things such as pasture erosion control, invasive removal for soil health and erosion control, water catchment system installations used to capture stormwater and repurpose it, rebuilding a lake retaining wall to stop shoreline erosion, and many more. Partnerships are what make Monroe County Soil and Water Conservation District successful, and one of our greatest partnerships is with NRCS, Natural Resource Conservation Service. Kara Bergschneider is our district conservationist, and in 2020, 23 of the 28 EQIP applications were selected for funding in Monroe County, totaling $418,979 in funded practices. Of the funded applications, 8 were forest lands, 5 were wildlife, 4 were conservation activity plans, and 3 livestock and 3 specialty crop. In fiscal year 2020, 79 conservation practices or enhancements were completed in Monroe County through EQIP or CSP, totaling $268,275. In December of 2020, Allison Schoaf became the newest member of the Bloomington NRCS team. She is a Monroe County native and enjoys spending time outdoors. Her husband and 16-month-old daughter Ruby spend time outside promoting conservation, and she enjoys working in her native plant garden, traveling, and being a mom. In 2020, the Monroe County SWCD Board launched the Critical Area Seeding Project, providing free seed mix to 15 sites in the county. The focus of this project was to provide a seed mix that had dual purpose. The mix had seed that germinated easily for fast establishment to hold soil in place quickly. And the mix also has seed that produced a long-term effect, growing deep roots and stabilizing the soil in a more permanent way. Participants had to remove livestock for a minimum of 3 months after seeding to allow the land to heal and establish a long-haul cover. Right in the heart of spring, when soil life is stretching out and waking up and becoming active, was also the start of a pandemic with many unknowns. The SWCD accepted soil samples via a socially distanced drop-off option and managed to provide 14 free soil sample tests to Monroe County landowners. For the past few years, the Monroe County SWCD has provided a tree sapling giveaway of Indiana native trees. While the 2020 giveaway looked a little different, we still managed to provide over 300 pawpaw or white pine saplings to Monroe County employees. We set up a location in the parking lot of the county annex and delivered by appointment and practicing social distancing to those Monroe County employees that still wanted to receive these trees. In 2020, Monroe County SWCD was one of 22 other counties in southwestern Indiana that collaborated on a 2-year, $138,000 Clean Water Indiana grant to provide cost share on cover crops. Monroe County SWCD serves as one of the 4 hubs on this grant, providing guidance and administrative support to Brown, Johnson, Morgan, Greene, and Owen counties. In Monroe County, we distributed all of the allotted funds, with 3 landowners participating, while covering a total of 150 acres in cover crops. While that doesn't seem like much, when you multiply that by 23 other counties, that ends up being 3,450 acres of exposed soil being covered for the 2020 winter season. The SWCD jumped into the virtual world with our programs and communications at the start of the quarantine. With the fantastic assistance of our O'Neill SPIA Fellows, Connor Reed and Gabrielle Dibbler, the SWCD was already running a solid Instagram and Facebook presence. Then once we all went remote and were teleworking from our various homes, they continued to grow our audience in both platforms and assisted the SWCD remotely with other expanding projects. Quarantine proved to be a great time of learning some new skills and blowing the dust off old ones. We fully embraced the use of Google Drive, Google Forms, Canva, YouTube, and of course, Zoom. And these things all quickly became our new best friends. 2020 was the second year of what we planned to be an annual project for the Monroe County SWCD poster contest. The question at hand was, how do we do this poster contest in a contactless and virtual world? Using our newly discovered resources, we developed an online entry form via Google Forms, created eye-catching publicity, and accepted entries via electronic submissions. To our delight, we received more entries going virtual than we had the previous year. So virtual it is moving forward. The poster contest follows the National Poster Contest rules supported by the National Association of Conservation Districts. With a new theme every year, 2020's theme was, where would we be without pollinators? With the help of Zoom, the supervisors were able to judge remotely, and 3 entries advanced on to the state's competition. Our local winners were Emily Talbert in the 7 to 9 grade category, Chloe Trinidad in the 4 to 6 grade category, and Alexandria Robbins in the 10 to 12 category. We had no entries in the K1 or 2-3 categories. We had to get a little creative at times, but our monthly video series, People of Monroe County, aired a new video each month right through December 2020. During the quarantine, it did give some time for planning and perspective. The People of Monroe County video project aired its first video in June of 2018, and the intent was always to highlight the people behind conservation in Monroe County. As doing face-to-face interviews became more challenging during the pandemic, it became clear that now was the time to reinvent our video series. While you can still access any of our 24 People of Monroe County videos on our YouTube channel, be watching for our new series that aired in January 2021, The Nature Files, Uncovering the World of Conservation. There will still be some one-on-one interviews, but the series is going to widen its scope a bit and look at a variety of conservation-related people, places, and things. In April 2020, an exciting new resource became available to the Monroe County teachers. Monroe County SWCD's book, A Seriously Silly Story of a Water-Dropped Journey, released. Due to COVID, all students were remote learning, and it just didn't seem like the right time for a book launch. So the launch was put on hold until the fall. When fall arrived, students were still remote learning. But a soft launch occurred, and to date, we have provided over 800 free books to Monroe County teachers and students. As the author of this book, it was a privilege to donate all of the royalties and proceeds back to Monroe County SWCD and conservation efforts in Monroe County. If you would like a copy, know a teacher that could use it in their class, have a homeschool group that would like them, as long as they're in Monroe County, it's free, while supplies last. Just go to our website and simply complete the form. For those outside of Monroe County, the book is available for purchase on Amazon or through the publisher. The SWCD offers a variety of free resources for educational and conservation efforts. We have tree planters to help with your planting processes, soil probes for collecting those soil samples, a hay check probe for collecting forage samples, and a variety of educational resources that are free. To find out about any of our various services, resources, or programs, contact us at monroecsoil@gmail.com, at our website www.monroecoswcd.org, or on Facebook or Instagram. A special thanks to the Monroe County Soil and Water Conservation District Board of Supervisors for their support and flexibility through 2020 as we navigated keeping the projects and programs moving forward. They all embraced the challenge of not being able to meet for a few months, and then once they could meet again, holding meetings via Zoom to conduct business. The Monroe County SWCD is successful due to the team in place of these board members, the district staff, our O'Neill SPIA Fellows, and our NRCS partners. All SWCDs are governed by a 5-member board. The 2020 Board of Monroe County SWCD is Dallas Condor Board Chair, Whitney Schlegel Second Chair, Georgia Davis Financial Auditor, Keith McConnell Supervisor, and Ryan Conway Supervisor. The Monroe County SWCD is an equal opportunity provider and employer.